Hey bro, good afternoon. I'm Bruno Lego. What's going on, Bruno Lego? 7. Good morning here. Good morning. How's it going, guys? Thanks for stopping by and checking out the stream. Just doing some miniature painting. Does this skins, is this starting to look a little bit more green? Because I'm adding green slowly to the gray. Are you painting Crawl and Death? Are you painting Crawl and Death Cleric Turtle? No, I don't know. I'm just painting based on the colors that ChatGPT provided for this character. I mean, I know they're greenish. I'm not sure what a Crawl is. A Death Cleric Turtle. I'm not super familiar. I'm just putting the most basic colors down on the model that I can. I just know they're greenish. I go to ChatGPT for everything, like my color mixing. It's all great. Especially when you're limited on colors, it super helps. like I said, I'm not super familiar with D&D. I'm just painting these for a buddy of mine. So he's like, just make them kind of like what the colors are supposed to be for these characters. They just gotta be ready for the board game and be somewhat within the context of what they're supposed to be. Thank you for the like. I appreciate the like. Super appreciate it. You guys are great. I kind of want a greenish blue highlight, so I'm gonna start adding crystal blue and white from here on out, and once I get a little bit more green on his skin. I'm trying to stay very light with the viscosity so that I don't have chunky looking parts. And ideally towards the end I want the models to be brighter than I typically end up with, like really dark models because I don't put enough brightness towards the end on them, and then they end up being like way too dark, which looks good under this light, but when you put it on the table somewhere it's like you can't even see the figure. So that's a constant battle that I have with myself, trying to get things bright enough. Now crystal blue and white, and I'm gonna start brightening the skin up a little bit. Oh, thank you for the like. All right. Hopefully with enough layer, if I just layer it super thin and then add more white, I will get like these nice little highlights where the light should be. Now we're talking. It's getting a little lighter. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate the like. Thank you for the like, for all the likes, guys. Sorry, painting makes me thirst. I'm also gonna go wash my hands because they're getting a little oily. Alright, now that I have enough liquid in me, I gotta go wash my hands really quick. Alrighty, I'm back. I'm just gonna let them dry a little bit. I kind of debating on what I should do next. I missed a part of this tortoise shell. I missed a little spot. I still gotta do metallic or non-metallic metal, at least attempt to. And I think I'm gonna do something easier and just start hitting these leathery spots. That's going to be pretty simple, I think. Or maybe do the little like the little metallic parts are going to be easy to do on this. Alrighty. There it is. Plot of silver. Give it a little shake. think this here is supposed to be metallic too, but I'm going to paint it brass color. I don't want to have too much of the same looking metals. Alright, I got some brass in my brush, and I'm gonna hit this little thing right here. I don't think that's gonna look good. Also, I think I want his buttons to be brass too, not metal. I mean, brass is metal, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna hit his fingernails and all his bone parts with some barbarian flesh, and then go over with bone white over that to kind of give it a little bit of a richer color at the base of the nail. Thank you for the likes, guys. Appreciate the likes. I think I'm watering things down a little bit too much. I wish I was better at getting a consistent consistency. So I'm gonna do the full fingernail and barbarian flesh, and then bone white on top of that towards the end of the tips to kind of give it this way I don't have to go over it like 40 times. I'm trying to thicken up the paint a little bit. Now we're gonna do his toes with the same kind of philosophy. I need to water that down a little bit. It's not sticking. The paint is not coming off. Gotta water it down just a little bit. Alright, now I'm gonna get bone white and do the tips of these fingernails in bone white. That's gonna make them look a little bit more dynamic, I think. If they have like a little bit of sharpness towards the ends, hopefully that comes through. I might have to go over that again towards the end to kind of really make that brighter. The brighter points kind of shine a little bit more. And of course the toes, they're a little bit messy on the toes. I don't care as much about the toes, but I still kind of want to get the point across. These models are so hard to handle because they don't have a... They're just hard to handle. They want to get away from me all the time. Alright, I think a lot of this other stuff here is just leather. And I'm just gonna basically base this in like leather. And then just do different shades of leather. I'm not really sure what to do about the bagpipe that he's carrying, like what color that should be. I'll have to ChatGPT that. You know what I noticed on the other side of the sword, it's not painted. I'm gonna have to hit that really quick. We can't have a half-painted sword, that's not permissible. I'm also wondering what other of these parts are metal. There's a little piece sticking out on his right arm. I'm really not sure what that is. I don't know how to identify it with my mind. I think it's related to the bagpipe, but I'm not sure. I'm tempted just to paint it metal and just say good riddance. God, that's so confusing. It's not his arm, it's something on top of his arm, but I'm not sure what I'm looking at right there. Paint this metal. Alright, I'm just gonna start hitting this stuff leather, and then see kind of what comes out of that. This leather brown is super good. It actually makes everything look leathery. Super big fan. Alright, that's enough shaking. Hey, how's everything?
Hey Trinity, everything's going really good. Thank you for stopping by, checking out the stream. Just trying to stay consistent with my painting and art stuff.
No problem. I love how you are so talented, yet the streams are always so chill.
Yeah, I try to keep it real chill.
I'm probably going live around 3. If you're free, stop by.
Yeah, sure, sure will. I don't think anything should come up today that's super urgent.
What time is it now? 12?
Yeah, I'll be able to stop by.
Thank you so much. I literally can't put it in words how chill you are.
Thank you.
So do you like Marvel movie? Marvel? You know what? I haven't. I only watched.
Sorry, I only watched a couple of them. But I mean, I'm aware of them. But I'm more into like Alien, like the new Alien movie that came out. That's kind of like more my speed. I don't not like them. I think they're just a little bit. I'm a little bit out of the loop on that. I think they're really good movies, though. I mean, they're well made. It looks like there's another metal ring right there, holding this little bag up. I'm almost nervous about getting in there with it because there's certain shapes on this turtle that I'm not really sure what I'm looking at. I can't tell if this is part of the shell or if this is like where the skin ends or begins. That's what I really don't like about some models, is where it's unclear about what you're going to be doing. Really, I respect that. My sis likes DC more. I feel like I'm the biggest fan, but I'm sure a lot of people feel that way for Marvel. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's all. I think when I was a little younger, I probably would have been into that. Like, I'll still, if there's a big Spider-Man movie, like I'll go see a Spider-Man movie, or like if there's a big Batman movie, like I might go see that. But you know what I mean, like the big ones. Maybe I'll go see the Joker movie that's coming out. I'm not sure what franchise they belong to, but like I'll watch some of the comic book stuff that's that's like the big movies and stuff, but it's kind of like the same thing as Star Wars for me, where it's like if like when they were revamping Star Wars, I went to see like the first movie, and it felt like a big moment. But I'm just honestly, I don't even like really watch movies. I just like listen to podcasts and draw, and then like play video games and read books. I don't really like watch movies all that often. It's only like once every 6 months I'll go see a movie in the theater or something. I don't really watch shows. It's just podcasts for me. Video games and books. That's my triangle. I'm almost thinking about leaving these lines black. I'm really enjoying the way they look here, as just pure black. I'm gonna add a little bit of sun yellow to the leather brown and kind of let that be the highlight.
so I can do the highlights on the leather parts. Cool. I don't think I've ever seen a Marvel movie in theaters. Yeah, I watch movies on the weekends with my fam, but when I draw, I wait to watch Bewitched or listen to music. Either not. Wait, stupid autocorrect. Gotcha. Yeah, I mostly have been like after streaming and like once I get all my work done that I have to do in real life, I've been playing a lot of, and I'm pretty sure I've already talked about this on stream, but Abiotic Factor, which is like this fantastic game where you are a scientist underground and you have to gather resources, and that's been my jam lately, is just playing that game. And it's not a super, I like that it's not a super easy game. Like, it's pretty forgiving when you die, but there's just so much materials and like different things you have to gather to craft different objects that help you objectively in the environment. And eventually you move up to having rifles and stuff like that, but it's just an excellent game. I can't stop playing it every single time after this. Well, after my real work. Yeah, Abiotic Factor. I cannot stop talking about it. Definitely better with friends, though. You definitely want to have there's a lot of grindy parts in that game where you have to just go farm certain objects to create new objects, and if you have friends that will do that, it makes it a lot easier. And you also have to like cook. Well, a lot of games have these mechanics where you have to cook and cook, gather water, purify water, stuff like that, and go to the bathroom. So you gotta, and sleep. So there's a lot of things that kind of hinder you from moving forward. Like it kind of slows the game down, but I really like it because you can build like, cooking stations and toilets inside your base. So you save more and more time, and it's just like you slowly master your environment. And then there's multiple bases that you have that are connected by tram systems. I love the game. And I don't even really like the crafting survival games usually. I really like this one because it's basically Sims are my favorite kind of game. Yeah, Sims are very good. I like Sims. I think Sims for me is I need there to be I like there to be conflict. If the game, for me personally, if the game doesn't have some sort of conflict, like if it was Sims with zombies, I would be into that. But if it's, you know what I mean, I need there to be more of something to, But yeah, Sims is a good one. I've never played a lot of Sims, but I know what you're talking about. I play Walking Dead, and it's let's see, I The Walking Dead is one of my favorites, all-time favorites. Walking Dead, is that the one where you have? Is Walking Dead the one? See, there's so many like zombie games. I'm not sure if I'm thinking of the right one. Is that the story-driven narrative one, or is that the one where if it's like a pure survival one? Because I think if I'm thinking of the right one, the Walking Dead has like that. It's more of a story-based game. There's been so many versions of different zombie games that I'm literally like getting confused about what different games are. But yeah, oh, you know what's a great that my absolute most favorite zombie survival game is They Are Billions. I got stuck on that game for months. You basically have a base. It's like in a steampunk era kind of game, and you have to build up your base and expand. But you can trigger huge waves of zombies, and if you get one in your base, they'll infect the entire base and destroy it. So you have to be super careful about your expansion. That game is absolutely, because it has like these classic RTS vibes to it, but it's actually more of a tower defense game in a sense. And it's just, oh man, that game's, you have to balancing economy and expansion. Though I will always buy that kind of RTS game where you have some sort of economic structure, and then you have to manage that against your desire to have a huge military, and then you expand into new territory. I will always buy those kind of games. But They Are Billions is another, like, it's not for everyone kind of game. You have to really like that type of genre. Yeah, the one that you make decisions and it changes the story. Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. They have a series. The series is like filmed in real life, though, right? Like I saw a few episodes of that. I like the sound of that. It kind of sounds like Plants vs Zombies. Yeah, it is kind of like that, but it's a little bit more on the complicated side. Yeah, my dad bought me a mystery game and I love it, but it's long and everyone else kind of thinks it's boring. I'll be honest with you, like, it depends on what you mean by a mystery game, but if you're talking about like Myst or something like that, like where you have to just walk around and solve puzzles to get to new areas, I'm out. Like, I need some sort of conflict to be happening. If it's just a mystery game, I'll admit, like, I need more than that to get myself like interested in a video game. No, you have to look for clues, connect them, and find the thief or murderer. Gotcha.
I'm starting to not hate this. I'm gonna do a little bit more highlighting stuff on the leather parts, but I'm starting to like where this is going. You're not really gonna see his stomach anyway, but I'm still gonna push it a little bit more. I might need to go buy some dead white paint here pretty soon. I've been using white a lot. This is a much brighter leather color, so I'm just gonna hit the little areas I want to highlight it as thinly as I can. The other thing I don't like about these model, it's not like these games where the false advertising. Sorry, it's not like these games where the false advertising makes it look like a cool game when you just have to play mashing puzzles. It's looking amazing. Not that I'm surprised. Oh, thank you. But yeah, these models, they have soft plastic that moves. It's kind of like bendy, and that makes it so that anytime you touch a surface that is like his nails or anything far away, the paint immediately chips. So painting these is excruciatingly annoying because you have to be very careful with how you handle them. That's why I really like the Game Workshop stuff, and I don't like this stuff. Well, I don't not like it. It's just like kind of less pleasant to work with, let's say. Now I'm sort of debating on whether I should try temp non-metallic metal on this organ pipe, or if I should go with the, just put metal on it and call it a day. Because I've never been good at non-metallic metals at all, and I don't want to spend a bunch of time achieving nothing. What is that? It looks like there's like a stain on here. Can't tell if that's varnish or... I think you should try whatever you feel, but metallic would be cool. Yeah. See, the non-metallic metals where you kind of draw the metal on there and you like make it look like it's metal, but it's not an actual metallic color. It seems like this song has been on forever, doesn't it? I don't understand why we're not moving on to a different song. Actually, I'm gonna go down and remove this because I've heard it too many times. This one can go away, remove from playlist. God, it seems like it's been going on forever. Alright, that's a little bit better. Got it, yeah, it does.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and put Mechanicus Gray on there to have a darker gray, and then you start there. How are you playing the music? So I'm just playing it on my computer. Like, I'm using Suno. It's a website that has like AI music, and you basically type into prompt what you want, and then it generates music. So that's how I stream my music. Most of my music is, I mean, I just play it on my computer, and I have desktop audio set up on my OBS. I don't know what software you use for streaming, but I use OBS. And so anything that plays, I can adjust the volume for my desktop audio, and then so when that's playing, you guys can hear it. Now the music, where I'm getting my music so you don't get copyright strikes, is you can do Suno, which is like an AI music website. Like I said, you can generate music on there, but you have to pay like $10 a month to be able to use it, and you have to pay. And if you get rid of it, you don't have the right to use that music anymore. So you have to maintain the subscription, in a sense, but it's better than risking copyright strikes by using other people's music. Like, I do play the Skyrim music, but that's because it's a video game soundtrack, which you can get away with, because if streamers were, you know, streaming games and the music was playing and they would get copyright stricken, they wouldn't be able to stream games, right? So you can get away with video game soundtracks, but if you wanted to expand beyond that, you would need to use something like AI music or pay somebody to make music for you, which I'm obviously not going to go through that through that process. But okay, thanks. Do you think surround sound would work for a stream? That's what I would use. Thanks. You don't. Okay, so you don't need to. The problem is, okay, if you play music, let's say out of your music box in your room that has surround sound, to play through your microphone is gonna sound not great. You want it play natively through your computer, ideally. That way, because there's gonna be a lot of gray noise in there. If you go down the route of playing the music into the microphone, like when you're talking, I wouldn't recommend that. So I have a preference, and I usually use free music because I don't play music all the time. So I have a preference and usually use free music. Okay, even if you use free music, if, like, let's say you go on YouTube and you type in free music, that doesn't mean that they've allowed you. You have to be careful with this, because it doesn't necessarily mean that they're allowing you to use it for your stream. Free music sometimes means that you're allowed to use it privately or something. So you have to be careful with what they're saying they're allowing you to use their music for. So I would just be careful with that. Let me get some of this paint on here first. Okay, thank you. Do you record and play music through the same computer? I don't record it. I literally just open the website and I start playing the. If you were to, let's say, do your stream, and I don't know how you do it. Maybe you do it with your phone or something. But let's say you had a computer connected with a webcam. You can just play audio on your computer, and the audience will hear it if your OBS is set up correctly. If your desktop audio, is active, essentially. I'm giving away all the secrets today. All the industry secrets of people who have like 500 subscribers. But yeah, you want to be careful about what music you use. If you find something you like, definitely go in the description and read what it says as far as the licensing. And most of the time, they won't let you use it. So you can either, like I said, use AI generated music or use video game music. Okay, thank you. I didn't know the difference. I use my phone, so if I were to use my computer, would it work? Yeah. So yeah, you would ideally, I think, using a computer is ideal, I would say, because you have a lot more module. You can modify stuff a lot easier. It's a lot more comfortable. Whereas with the sorry, I know I'm not painting at all, but I kind of want to answer all these questions for newer people that want to stream. forgot. I lost my track of thought. But yeah, you definitely want to be careful with that. Yeah. So if you use your phone, I wouldn't overly, honestly, like I would maybe set a goal, and if you like, I don't know, like you don't need to get super fancy too fast. Just expand. Thank you. You have given me the best advice out of everyone else. Yeah, like you want to if you're just using your phone, that's totally fine. And you know, I'm not really sure what what I would say is I wouldn't get too fancy too fast, to be honest. Like I wouldn't worry about getting music in there and like images. Like I would just stay consistent with streaming and stuff, and you know, slowly figure it out. But I think I don't know too much about how phones work for streaming because that's not the route I went down. But I would say that you should like I'm almost certain there's probably a way to play music while you're streaming over your phone through the phone and have people hear it. I'm just not sure because that's not the route I went down. But I would say that yes, if you went down the computer route, if you use the PC, it would be a lot easier to do all this stuff. Yeah, just be careful about the music because you don't want to get copyright strikes on your channel because it's not a good way to start. Alright, I had to darken that Mechanicus gray. Thank you. I think phones are easiest for me because I don't like to show my face. I guess you don't have to show, by the way, you don't have to show your face if you're using a PC. I turned on a camera, but you don't have to have, you can just not have a camera and just only have one camera for, you know, for what you're viewing, for what you're showing. A computer doesn't require you to show your face. I guess the fanciest thing I have to do is the thumbnail. Yeah, thumbnails help. Honestly, for me, I've tried thumbnails and sometimes I get results, sometimes I don't. Eventually, like if I pursue this more hardcorely, I will have thumbnails for all of my videos, so it looks more professional, but I have to adjust to that. I've tried making them and they look really silly. They look like very unprofessional, so I need to like work on that. But yeah, try working like one step at a time, because if you don't have, oh interesting, I'll have to do more into that. Yeah, I would say that like just focus on the little things. I wouldn't spend a whole lot of money on your hobby yet. Maybe set a goal, and if you had 1,000 subscribers, then like ask your parents for a computer for streaming. I don't know. I'm gonna try and do non-metallic metal, right? So I'm gonna do lighter, like go from black to lighter gray, and then slowly kind of transition into a bright highlight, and hopefully it'll kind of look like metal towards the end of this process. But like I said, I've tried non-metallic metals a couple times and it's always turned out terrible. But I need to keep practicing, I guess. Song. I have a laptop, but I use it to look at chat and my reference. It's looking great. Okay, you can I don't know, it depends on your specs and your laptop, but you can stream through your laptop and look. I used to use my phone to look at the messages because it's like right there. It's like easy to just like put it right here and then just look at the messages as they come in. So it depends on how you want to work it. I gotta water this down sufficiently so it works correctly. Well, I always draw from reference, so it's easier for me to use the laptop, so that I'm not stationing my eyeball. Stationing my eyeball. I get what you're saying. No, I get it. I get it. I have to, like, when I was drawing Sebastian for that one kid, I use references. You know, I'll definitely use references for certain things. You know, when I'm drawing creatures and, like, you know, stuff like that, I don't. And a lot of times I won't for, like, if I'm drawing like a soldier or something, I've drawn that a million times, I can kind of get through that. But yeah, no, references is totally fine. I get what you're saying. You need a laptop for that. Yeah, you know, I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you just stick with it and you keep streaming, you'll eventually slowly adapt and figure out new things to do to improve it. You don't really need. I wouldn't worry too much about, you know, yeah, just like work on maybe the thumbnails, and then figure out a way to like add some music in there or something. Yep, sorry, this is so random, but fall break couldn't have been planned better. It starts on the 7th, which is my D-Day. Oh, nice. The 7th of fall break starts on the 7th of next month, right? Yeah, next month. Well, happy early birthday. Hope it goes super, super well. I'm gonna slowly add gray, dark gray, and then kind of move in towards a line where the light would hit. October. Nice. I can't believe how hot it is. It's like 90, it's literally 32 Celsius. It's like 93 degrees outside. I'm like, why is it so hot every day? Thank you so much. I feel so bad when I say stuff like that because I feel like I'm must draw attention to myself. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm at the age now, I don't like even celebrate my birthday, like, to be honest. Like, I went to the store some time ago and like it was my birthday and they like ID'd my card and they're like, oh, happy birthday, but I'm like, I totally forgot it was my birthday. It's something that totally I don't pay attention to anymore. Yeah, crazy fall's almost here. Yeah, the 2024 went by really quick. Well, for me it did anyway. Honestly, I don't really care that most of the years are going by. It just feels quicker that school's getting done. Right. Hey, you could not pay me to go back to school. I did not. not enjoy that experience.
Although I guess I'm lucky since I'm virtual. Yeah, I would have really liked virtual school. That would have been infinitely preferable. It's just the time it takes to get to school, then there's a lunch, and then there's this, and then you gotta go to this. I did not enjoy the the experience.
I'm like, get me out of here. I think I'm gonna start. Get rid of some of that paint. Yeah, for sure. Let me get I'm going to get a slightly brighter gray and start doing the highlights where the light would kind of fall to start simulating that metallic reflection. Hopefully I can get away with it. I'm gonna water it down a little bit with white. It's like, it's not really what I'm looking for right now. All right. Hey, I was wondering who's your favorite singer, if you have one. Hopefully you can get away with it. Oh, tell you what, my favorite singer, honestly, like, I don't really, I'm trying to think. I would like specifically a singer. I don't have like a specific favorite singer, but oh man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one because that kind of moves back and forth. I sometimes like the one thing, then I like the other. I'm trying to think really hard. I don't think I have like a really. I'm not really committed to any like one particular singer that I think is like the best. Oh man, I put in too much white. That is really bright. It's like I wasn't able to get any brightness out of this paint, and then suddenly it just turns completely white. I don't know. As far as like, yeah, it does. I've switched a lot, but I think anyone is going to. I don't think anyone is going to beat Chris Cornell. Honestly, I don't even know who that is. I'd have to look it up. Chris Cornell. Let's Google Chris Cornell. I know I seem silly, but I'm like so out of the loop on like who is like the main guy. Or okay, Chris Cornell. I just don't have I have bands I like. I just don't really have like a favorite main singer. I think like maybe the paint mixing. Yeah, I mean if you get it wrong, then it turns into like it just turns into not very good stuff. And that's what that took me a while to learn is you can't push through with skill. You have to if the paint is not mixed correctly, things are just gonna go off the rails very quickly. See, that's still a little bit, it's translucent, but it's too much paint on that brush. Like everything matters because like your brush has to have the right amount of paint, it has to be the right viscosity, has to be the right mixture, and then it looks okay. See, and this is kind of like what I want is this line of reflection where that would be. If that, let me turn the model a little bit. I'm trying to, unfortunately the light, my light kind of washes out a lot of the detail. But the lower my light is, the better the visual on the screen. But then I can't see anything because it's actually kind of dark. I think I would have to say, oh, Chris Cornell is not training. Honestly, he's actually not alive. Oh, really? Think on it. Favorite singer is kind of hard. You can do with drummers, guitarists, because free sound, their instruments are defined. I don't listen to anyone who's trending. I'm more of a 90s girl. With singers, they are all unique. Edward, very true. I would say, for me, like my favorite band, the one I go to most often is probably Rammstein. So I would have to say probably Till Lindemann. It's probably my, even though he sings in German, I don't know what he's saying, but I really like their music, and it's like, I don't listen to it all the time, but like as far as like what music I go back to most consistently is probably like their music. Yeah, I like it a lot. They have a very epic. It's like heavy metal, but it has an epicness to it that other. I don't like most heavy metal music because it's so like kind of one toned. It's just like pure aggression. But Rammstein has like this melody and like it's actual music you're listening to. And so I think Rammstein and Till Lindemann have to be like my favorite musicians. Good pick. I don't know what he's saying. I like Pearl Jam and Pink Floyd as well. I gotcha. Yeah, I literally don't know any. I mean, I know probably a handful of words in German, but not enough to understand anything he's saying. And I kind of like it that way because, like, if I'm listening to Rammstein, it's like I can. It's just whatever I want it to be about. You know what I mean? I kind of don't want it to be ruined by lyrics, so it kind of works for me actually. What am I doing? I'm literally lighting my lighter for fun. I wouldn't do that. I would be careful with that idea. Well, especially like a Zippo, something that stays on. I've always been like hyper cautious around like flame. I'm like, nah, I don't want to burn down my house. Sorry. I had like a roommate one time who was really into candles and stuff, and I'm like, bro, like, don't light my house on fire with your candles. Learn to be dangerous safely. I used to be a fire breather for a circus. I gotta live to be dangerous. Oh, you got to live to be dangerous safely. I gotcha. There's no way I would put flammable liquid in my mouth and like just let that out. I would just I would not feel comfortable with that at all. It seems like that's like you're like one misstep away from just having lava on your skin from, you know what I mean? Like I mean, I'm sure you can mitigate the danger by like knowing what you're doing, but man, like that is not that ideal does not appeal to me at all. I'll be honest. See, I'm trying to slowly bring out the highlights to make it look like it's shiny metal. That's sort of what I'm going for. Now, whether I'm going to be able to achieve that is another story. And I kind of want to bring out this edge a little bit. See, like this light, this amount of light looks best on the camera, but it's almost like what I'm looking at, if you guys could see, is almost like dark. But if I turn on more light, it just floods out. It floods the camera out completely. Wait. If I turn on more light for myself, it just makes it look... Oh, I guess that's not too bad. How did you become a fire breather, though, Edward? I'm like, how did you get it? How do you navigate? How did your life path navigate in that direction? I'm just like, I don't understand how. Like, who do you talk to, you know, to get into that position? I don't understand. Oh, G1, what's going on, G1? How's your day going today, buddy? Oh, I was just saying hi to G1 because he just came into the chat. I want nearly translucent paint because as I'm going up, I want it to look smooth. So I'm trying to be very careful with how I dilute my paints, and that I want it almost to be like water. Good. How's your day? Oh, it's been really good. Thank you for asking. The stream is a success. My main goal for this month is to stream every day for 3 hours. That's my only goal. And then next month I'll probably do 3.5 hours a day, and just slowly see which way I want to grow, whether I want to do more time or work on the quality. You know what I'm saying? Like but yeah, I'm trying to stay, my main goal is to stay consistent with my streaming. So I got into fire breathing because I was born in a really small town and wanted to join the circus. I sort of wanted to say something about the circus, but I didn't know if I was gonna be like disrespectful to bring up the circus, because like I'm like, did you know? You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to bring up the circus because but anyway, there was not any way to learn the acrobatics things. Hold on, let me read that over here. So I got into fire breathing because I was born in a really small town and wanted to join the circus. There was not any way for me to learn that acrobatic things out there, but fire was there. I asked with fire assistance, and when that girl me work, I taught myself fire breathing on the road. That is actually like really interesting. That like that's kind of like an offbeat path in life, right? That's not like typical. That's not a typical life thing, but that's very cool. Also, it would be really cool to get into a fight and then you just pull out that trick on them. You know what I'm saying? It's a showstopper. If you can just spit fire into someone, I mean, like, you're stopping the fight right there, you know? They're not gonna see it coming. Yeah, I've seen some of the acrobatic stuff the circus people do. Especially like in other, it seems like in other countries they do absolutely crazy things. Like when they do the ladder jumping or whatever, there's like a circle that spins, and like if you mess up, you're basically done. Like your career's over. You have it's like riding a motorcycle but times 10, like danger wise, because you can only make a mistake once, or maybe twice. Like if you get really lucky, maybe twice. Man, I don't know how you guys, I don't know how you do it. I would not advise that. I mean, like, not for me. I'll sit at home and paint models. Thank you. Like, just watching it, I'm just like, please stop it. I don't want anyone to get hurt. Cursed Brush. Hello, what's going on, Cursed Brush? Do you have a fun story? Hey, hello. Do you have a fun story to tell us about your career path? I myself, those minis look cool. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I myself went into manufacturing for like 10 years, and then I got out of there as soon as I could. As soon as I saved up enough money to kind of break away from that, I'm just like, and I was making good money. I mean, I was making, I don't know if I should say this on the internet. It doesn't matter. It's not like great money, but like by our state standards and where I live, I made like $32 an hour, and like I was making just stacking cash because like my expenses are low, and like, but I just hated my life, so like I got out of there as soon as I could. I used it as a vehicle to like save up enough money to get out of there, basically. Yeah, don't go into debt, guys. Stay away from debt at all costs, because like once the hamster wheel starts, it's very hard to get out. Just like if you're in a situation where you don't have a lot of expenses, just put your money in a high yield savings account and just live off the interest rate. And like don't spend any money that's not out of that. That's my recommendation. Just be as frugal as you can. You'll thank me later. I was pretty frugal. The only misstep I had is buying motorcycles. That was my only flaw. I wanted a Ninja. Here I am giving financial advice to random people while I should be painting. I never thought about what I want to be when I'm older, by the way. Okay, so what I would say is don't worry about it. The only thing, because you're not going to find what you want. That's not going to happen, right? The only thing you can really control is your money outgoing and your money coming in, and the money coming in needs to be more than coming out, and you need to save it so that you can later, even if you do something for 10 years you don't like, you can pivot because you'll have the financial resources to get out of there. If you end up getting into a job you don't like and you spend all your money, You'll always be stuck there. So it doesn't matter what you do, because you can always find some aspects of it you like, but don't spend your money. I think it's sort of, you can kind of start to see the beginning of what could look like metal. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of start to see it, the metallic look start to come out. I think I'm also gonna just kind of learn how to wet blend a little bit, so I'm going to do wet blending to kind of really smooth out, because there's some brush strokes you can see and I really don't like that. I want it to be really smooth. So later on I'm going to do that. Okay, this is almost an off-white at this point. It's basically an off-white, and I'm going to use really detailed highlighting to kind of make it look like it's shiny. And then it's basically a matter of refining this. Age one. The other thing to think about is what you get out of the work. Learning graphic design or IT things, then grind through that careers for a while. I gotta read over here. Grind through that careers for a while will earn you skills that can be used elsewhere. That can be true for basically any job and any goal. Yeah, I mean, definitely. Well, this person did a very very hardcore career move, so definitely I wouldn't even like, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do doing such a non-standard career path, to be honest. But yeah, learning. Yeah, you can always learn things. Yeah, also, yeah, that's true. What Edward is saying is true. That you can basically learn things that will also help you pivot. But like I said, my only point is that if you have the financial resources, it makes it infinitely easier to walk away from bad jobs that you're not enjoying and then move on to something else, because if you don't establish that, it becomes infinitely more difficult to make the jump. But I'm very like conservative that way. I don't really like to take huge risks financially, so I saved and saved and saved. Is it starting to look like metal a little bit? I mean, is it kind of trending in that direction? Because that's what I'm hoping for. Nine likes. I think this is the most likes I've gotten on a stream. It might be like the most I've gotten, or just like one under or something. I'm not sure what my top was, but I'm definitely getting close to. I do want to be a YouTuber for a job, but also have a second. Gotcha. For backup. Yeah, I mean, oh, thank you for the like, whoever did that, thank you. The thing is that you're, it sounds like you're younger. I would, yeah, looks like a metal. Oh, thank you. You're younger, so you can take that risk, and I would take the risk since you're younger, and you can definitely grind like a job on the side, like some McDonald's job, and just hit YouTube very hard to try and make that work for you. Even older people can do it too. It's just a lot. It becomes a lot harder once you're working 60 hours a week. You know, it becomes a lot harder. But if you do the YouTube thing, the main thing is consistency. You just can't stop making content. I think this object is a little bit easier for making it look like metal, because when I did an orc helmet that was black, it was a lot harder because it wasn't as obvious where the highlight would be, because it's a round thing in his head, so it was hard to determine where it would be, because every time I turned the model, it's like, well, now the light would be here, I guess, or here. You know, this is like more obvious. I'm just doing a highlight down the back of it. I'm gonna go over with just white, watered down white for my final highlight, and then I'm going to basically maybe off stream refine this and do wet blending to kind of get, you can kind of see the paintbrush marks a little bit. I'm going to try and smooth that out with wet blending. But right now I'm just gonna finish up with, for this stream, I'm gonna finish up with just doing pure white to kind of give it that look of, to kind of simulate a glare. I think it's actually not it's not looking terrible for compared to like what I did last time. I definitely need to do refining, but I'm liking where this is going. I'm probably going to be drawing tomorrow just because I've been painting models for a little bit, so I'm probably going to draw tomorrow. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here. I'm at 3 hours, and I'm gonna go take a break and eat, and then I will probably join Art by Trinity on her stream. Go check out her stream. Also draws. And yeah, I'm gonna go take a break. Thank you guys, and I'll be back tomorrow. If I might paint, but because I still gotta finish up some models, but I might just draw just to kind of break things up a little bit for myself, because I don't want to be too focused on one thing. But yeah, thank you everyone who was here. I really appreciate it. And goodbye.